Hi, thanks for watching this video. My name is Paul Wilkinson and this is a follow-up video in a way. Is it a follow-up video? I suppose it is in a way. It's looking at the subject of negative harmony again, and something that I called harmonic siblings, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So on this video, I need to get straight to the point. There are lots of things that I discussed in the first video which you should check out, particularly talking about some books that might be of interest by Ernst Levy, the Swiss composer, who wrote this great book about theory of harmony. So anyway, if you go back to the first video if you want to check that out. Here I'm going to talk a little bit more about harmony, okay, and I'm going to apply this negative harmony. What we're going to do a few things. First of all, we're going to have a look at just a C major chord and look at its negative chord. Then after that, we're going to have a look at a 2-5-1 in C, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something I call harmonic siblings. So here we go. Right, so here we go. Here's a chord of C, C, E, G. And if we look at that chord, we've got a major third and a minor third. So Ernst Levy, in his book which discusses negative harmony, says let's look for the polar opposite of that. So that has got a major third and a minor third. So if we find a major third and a minor third, we'll end up with F minor. So if I was playing the chord of C, I could go straight into F minor, so I mean, we could say that this is a minor 4 chord or a parallel minor. I think all I like to do is look at these as tools that you can use. So whatever it will be, maybe if you've not used F minor before in the chord of C, or not used a minor 4 chord as acting almost like a dominant, why not try it? You know, it's a nice tool to use within your improvisation. Okay, now let's look at a 2-5-1 in the key of C. We've got D minor, G7, C major 7. Let's look at the chords in their very close position. There we've got D minor 7, G7, and then C major 7. Let's just apply the same theory we've done. Let's look at the chord, look at the relationships of the intervals, minor third, major third, minor third, and let's build a chord, a mirror image chord if you like, a negative chord, back down this way. So we'll end up with a minor third, a major third, and a minor third. So we end up with the chord of E minor 7. Okay, let's look at the chord of G7. Major third, minor third. Okay, let's invert that from that point. Major third, minor third, minor third. There we end up with a half diminished, or A minor 7 flat 5. And then now let's look at the chord of C major 7. C, E, G, B, major third, minor third, major third, and let's invert that. So we've got major third, minor third, and major third. So we now have a new chord progression, and that chord progression is now E minor 7, A minor 7 flat 5, and D flat major 7. So this is what Ernst Levy would call a negative. So let's try it. And you can hear that it does cadence. In fact, that's hovering towards a Neapolitan 6, but that's maybe for another discussion. But just let's one more time. Here comes the cadence. I mean, we've got certain laws of intervals, that minor 6 dropping to the 5th, the 4th wanting to fall to the 3rd, and we've already got at the top here our root of the chord. So there's something to experiment with. Give it a try, see what you think. You could look at this another way as well, and a lot of the videos on the internet discuss this. If we have, let's say we have an example of a chord of a chord progression of A7, D7, G7, C major 7. Now, if we look at the circle of fifths, let's go to the opposite side of the circle of fifths, and let's approach that from the other side, which some people call the warmer side of the circle of fifths. Now what we can do here is minorize that circle of fifths going back round, so instead of it being a major, it can be a minor, and then we end up going E flat minor, B flat minor, F minor, and then C. So in a way we're dropping in fourths, but we still arrive. Here we go. So that's something else to try. That's going to the other side of the circle of fifths and going that way. Whether you think you're going down in fourths. Something to experiment. Again, another tool really. There's not just one truth with a lot of these things. And the last thing I want to talk about is something of my own devising called Harmonic Siblings. And that's where you look at a note, and there we have the note C. And what I do, and this is an exercise you can practice, is I think about all the other chords that have that sibling in. So when you think about C major, you've got the C. Obviously we've got the obvious chords, F major, maybe a G sus, cadence into a C. And we could go to some other places now, so here we go. So there's some possibilities then. I'll just shout some of those chords out that I did. So the reason they work, of course, is because they have a sibling, what I call a harmonic sibling, a relation in there. So here we go. A flat major 7, D flat major 7, G flat major 7, sharp 11, F minor of course, E flat major 7, D minor 7 flat 5, D sus, F major 7, B flat, maybe a B flat major 7. So I've got the 9 there of the C, and then actually this will cadence. Okay, so there we go. So first of all we had a look at Ernst Levy's sort of negative harmony. And then we looked at a 2-5-1 and also looked at the negative, looking at the intervals sort of inverted the other direction. And then finally we talked about something that is of my own devising in a way that I call harmonic siblings, where we look at chords and we look at notes that are constant in the chord. So if you've got a C chord, it's also in F, it's also in A flat major 7, it's also in D flat major 7, and it gets a great sound. And I explore this kind of sound a lot in my writing and in my improvising. So it's something to explore. It's really great. So I'd just like to say thanks for watching this video, and there'll be more things like this coming out in the future. So thanks very much.